Once the honeymoon period ends, this is truly when your relationship begins. And one of my subscribers left in the comment section, what my thoughts are on this particular subject, right? Once the honeymoon period ends, what should I do? Can you give me some advice? So I thought, I'll make a video because this is a great question. I myself have been through this. You'll be faced with this decision as well at one point when you get to this stage of your relationship. So I thought I'll dive deeper into this topic. I'll share as much value as I can. So let's get straight into it. Now, firstly, you're gonna have to make the conscious decision of deciding whether you wanna spend that next chapter of your life with this person, okay? So I'm gonna give you some clarifying questions. You can ask yourself about this person's character, which will then give you more clarity in making the right decision, okay? So let's get into it. Now, is she someone who has the right character traits at this point in the relationship, okay? The honeymoon period has ended, the rose-colored glasses have come off. Is she someone that is honest? Is she reliable? Is she trustworthy? Does she communicate effectively, right? You've got to make sure that she has these traits at this point in this relationship, because this is going to either make or break your relationship, okay? You need to go back to her character and see, is she a woman who has these traits? Does she still withhold these traits, okay? Because a lot of women at the start of the relationship will tell you one thing, but then once the honeymoon period ends, they're not the same person, right? So you've got to test her character. This is a true test. So as long as she displays these character traits, then let's say she passes that test, right? She's someone that's honest, she's trustworthy, she's reliable, she's consistent, she communicates effectively. She's someone that doesn't flake. She's someone that you can really count on, right? Is this her character traits? Does she still have that moral compass? Now, once you get a gauge of that, right, you should have a rough gauge of who she is as a character, right, as the relationship has progressed. But you really need to ask yourself that question now, okay? Is she someone that has those character traits? Because if she doesn't, you're going to end up just being in a toxic relationship, and you're going to end up just going through a nasty breakup, wasting time, right? So she has to make sure that her values align with the direction that you want to go with the relationship, making sure that it's congruent. Now, the next test that you'll need to go through or ask yourself is, does she have emotional maturity when it comes to solving problems, solving arguments, solving disagreements, right? This is huge, because if she's someone that doesn't have emotional maturity, whenever you guys run into some sort of problems or disagreements or arguments or whatever it might be, how is she in those times? Is she someone that chucks the tantrum? Is she someone that talks back to you and disrespects you and says, I don't want to talk about this, I don't want to sort this out, right? Because me personally, I've been in relationships before with certain women who don't have the emotional maturity to solve problems, right? And when they're in this position, they end up crunching, okay? They end up just losing themselves, their emotions go all over the place, right? And they're not able to solve problems. So at this point, you need to ask yourself, is this person willing to compromise? Is this person willing to resolve issues, solve problems, not keep creating problems? So essentially, when you run into arguments or disagreements, you need to resolve the problem, but not only resolve the problem, you need to make sure that you're not going back to the same problem, okay? Are you returning back to the same problem once you resolve it? Because when a girl has the right emotional maturity, or a woman, I should say, has the right emotional maturity, she wants to move forward with you. She wants to progress. She doesn't want to keep arguing or disagreeing about certain things that are not getting the relationship anywhere, right? She wants to keep moving forward in the forward direction. So she will display emotional maturity based upon how she reacts to certain issues within the relationship, okay? This is key, because if you're with a woman who can't keep it together, who can't solve things, who's all over the place emotionally, you're going to find yourself just never progressing when it comes to roadblocks within your relationship. And let me tell you something, you might not have run into many arguments or disagreements in the honeymoon period, but after the honeymoon period, let me tell you, you will run into disagreements, arguments, tests. you will come across this, okay? There's no perfect relationship out there, okay? Someone that says they're in a perfect relationship is lying to you, okay? You need to make sure that you are with someone who's able to resolve problems with you and move forward, right? Even my partner in my current relationship, when we run into disagreements, arguments, or whatever, we sit down, we squash it, we resolve it, and we don't move. We move forward and we don't return back, right? That's key. And that's what I say to my partner. Say, let's resolve this issue, let's move forward, and let's never return, right? That's what you want to do. That's what resolving a problem is, right? You want to make sure that you resolve it and move forward, not return back. So is she someone that aligns with that? Is she someone that sorts things out with you because she doesn't want to see you upset? She doesn't want to bring negative energy into the relationship, right? She wants to resolve things so you get back on the bandwagon and just progress and move forward, right? So making sure that she has emotional maturity when it comes to disagreements or arguments is key, right? In maintaining a thriving, healthy relationship. Now, asset or liability, okay? Is she someone that complements your life? Does she bring out the best in you, right? Is she someone that makes your life easy? Does she consider you? Is she thoughtful? Does she bring you a coffee? Does she stock up the fridge when things are running low, right? Is she someone that thinks about you? Is she someone that considers your needs as a man? Does she make your life easy? Does she bring you good energy or negative energy, right? This is key because at the end of the day, you don't want to be in a relationship with a woman who just might look the part, but she's lacking in other areas. She doesn't bring out the best in you. She doesn't really contribute to the relationship. She doesn't bring her female or her feminine energy into the relationship, right? Because that's key. You want to make sure you're with a woman who complements your life, who makes your life easy, who brings out the best in you, who supports your mission, your direction in life, who is your number one cheerleader, right? When you're not having a good day, does she bring you good energy and lift you up, right? That's what relationship's all about. It's about two people coming together, bringing out the best in one another, right? Does she bring out the best in you though? Okay, and that's the question you need to ask yourself. So essentially, when you ask yourself these clarifying questions, okay, you'll then be able to come to a conclusion of whether you could spend the next chapter of your life with this person, okay? Because at the end of the day, relationships, as much as they're not, I wouldn't say, they're never going to be perfect, but it should be easy to be in this relationship, so to speak, right? When you're with the right person. Because I've been in relationships with different types of women, different personality types, and there's a reason why those relationships didn't work out, right? And even though they were nice women, I just couldn't see myself with them long term. But when a woman brings out the best in you, right? When she complements your life, when she sorts things out, when she just wants to see the relationship progress. She just wants to see you happy, right? That's essentially when you're with someone that you want to spend the remaining chapter of your life with, right? And that's what I have in my current relationship, okay? But in the past, I never had this. So that's why the relationship never really progressed, right? There's obviously other reasons as well, but more or less the reason why I'm able to progress with my current partner is because she's passed all those tests, right? She's someone that brings out the best in me. She's someone that brings me good energy, right? She supports my mission in life. She resolves issues. She doesn't create problems, right? She wants to solve them with me. She's got emotional maturity. She's very understanding. She allows me to put my needs first, right? Allows me to focus on myself to get myself right. This is important as a man. You need to be with someone who understands you the best, who gives you the best option, right? To be with, the easiest option. It's not always going to be easy, but you should be able to thrive with this person, with your relationship, and sort things out, okay? So essentially, you should know at this point whether you want to be with this person or not. Now, the next question, and this is also important, is yourself, your character as a man, once this honeymoon period ends, okay? What I mean by that is this. Have you still got frame in this relationship? Do you still have your purpose? Are you still striving for more? What's the dynamic like in this relationship? Are you still leading the relationship? Have you lost your authority within the relationship? Okay, these are important questions you need to ask yourself as well. Because if you've lost your frame in the relationship, if you've lost the dynamic where you entered the relationship as someone that led, to now being in that relationship where you're no longer leading because you got complacent, you lost yourself, you're no longer striving for more. Let me tell you something. At this point of the relationship, if you've lost your frame, she's lost her genuine burning desire towards you, okay? So essentially, this is not a good point for you, okay, at this point of the relationship. If she's lost her genuine burning desire, once the honeymoon period ends, it's very hard to bring that back. You can bring it back, right, if you make some massive changes. But essentially, when it gets to this point, the relationship's pretty much broken, right? So let's say you're with her for 1 to 2 years, the honeymoon period's ended, you've lost your frame. If she's really a good woman and she's got so much faith in you, then yes, you could turn things around and she'll more than likely wait for you. But if you're someone that's let yourself go for so long, right, you lost your frame in that relationship, and she's lost that desire, right? Because you've got to understand women's psychology. It's not that she's a bad person, but if she's lost that desire because of you losing yourself in the process, getting complacent, letting go, settling for less, then that's on you, right? At the end of the day, you've lost that frame, okay? You're responsible, and she's lost that genuine burning desire. So more than likely at this point, it's very hard to rescue a relationship, okay? And at this point, if you've let yourself go and you've lost that spark, or she's lost that spark towards you, then you're going to have to let this relationship go, right? You're going to have to go back to the drawing board and fix yourself and rebuild your character, right? Before you get yourself in another relationship, heal yourself. But let's say you didn't lose the frame, okay? Let's say hypothetically, the frame's on point, you're leading the relationship, she's passed the test. This leads me to my third point, okay? Now, you got to understand the women's psychology part of how they're thinking at this point of the relationship, okay? Now, women don't want to date, okay, forever. They just don't want to do that. When you're in a relationship with a good woman who has a genuine burning desire towards you, she wants to progress in the relationship, okay? She wants to take it to the next level. So essentially, what you want to do is make the right decision at this point, because I myself have also been in this position where I didn't level up the relationship and the woman ended up just leaving me for another guy. And a lot of guys go through this, right? They get in relationships, they get past the honeymoon period, and then they just stay in that sort of dating phase for like 3, 4, 5 years, okay? And it just doesn't progress. And the woman ends up just not feeling secure in that relationship, not feeling like it's heading in the right direction, okay? Because women want to progress. They want commitment, they want to progress, they want to have a family, right? They want to be aligned with their biology, so to speak, right? Women want to create a family, right? They want to take it to the next step in the relationship. And if you go against it, okay, she's going to end up just thinking that you're not committed, that you're wasting her time, and you'll end up just wasting years within that relationship, okay? When technically, if you're not ready as a man, you shouldn't even be getting yourself in a relationship, right? If you're someone that can't be alone, well, then that's, again, a internal weakness, okay? You need to build up your self-love. But essentially, when you get to this point, man, you want to make sure that you progress in the relationship, okay? Whether that's getting engaged, whether that's getting married, having children, right? That's not in any particular order. Let's say you don't even want to get engaged or married, but you just want to have children and you want to leave that legacy behind. This is what women want, okay? So again, she passed the test, you've held your frame, all good. Now what, okay? Now you need to level up in the relationship, okay? Take it to the next level. Because at the end of the day, don't waste her time, because essentially before getting yourself in the relationship, you should have known better that this is something that's not a joke, right? And I myself have been a victim to this, where as much as I wanted marriage, a relationship, I wanted kids, I wanted all this, right? I just wouldn't get to that stage. I wouldn't level up the relationship. And that would come to my own insecurities, I guess fear, maybe not having purpose, losing my frame in the relationship, all these things, right? I just felt like the dynamic changed in the relationship and it just felt too far gone at this point to be rescued. So essentially, you don't want to be in this position and waste time, okay? Because it's going to come to this pivoting point where she will want more out of you, right? She'll want more commitment in this relationship. So essentially, you need to provide her with that security, right, of giving her some sort of clarity and direction with this relationship. A lot of guys make this mistake. They don't give enough clarity or they don't level up the relationship with that woman, and they end up going through a breakup and losing a good woman in the process. You don't want to do this because you'll be living a life filled with regret, right? So again, if you've kept your frame in the relationship, everything's good. She's a good woman. You could see yourself spending the next chapter of your life with her. She brings out the best in you. She's got good character traits. Take it to the next level, okay? Don't be scared. Take it to the next level. Create a family. Create that next jump in the relationship. Because let's face it, the honeymoon period has ended. What are you going to do? Just stay in this period for 4 or 5 years and let the relationship die out and fizzle out and her lose respect for you and her eventually just leave you because you can't give her the commitment that she wants, so she's going to leave you for another guy? Do you really want to go through that? Because that's what's going to happen eventually. It might not happen now, but it will happen eventually. And it happened to me, and this happens to a lot of men. They just don't speak about it. But again, you need to focus on leveling this relationship up, taking it to the next level, right? This is key, and this is what women want, okay? And you should also know this too by getting yourself in that relationship to begin with. Because let's face it, dude, if you've vetted her correctly, if she's the right woman, why not take it to the next level? Why not leave that legacy behind? Why not create a family, right? But again, you need to reflect at yourself as a man. You need to make sure that you're striving for more, because this is what's going to help you, right? When you hold your frame as a man, when you maintain your frame as a man, and you are still that leader within the relationship, it only makes sense to just progress and move forward, okay? There's no point of just putting your relationship on pause because she's passed the test, you've held the frame. Why not take that relationship to the next level? And by you holding that frame, you can maintain the relationship. You can still maintain her genuine burning desire towards you, even though the honeymoon period has ended, because you're striving for more. You're not making her the center of your world. And most importantly, you're not going to settle for less. Okay, you're going to be striving for more. You're ambitious. You're striving for more. She's going to still respect you. She's going to look up to you as a leader. So if you've got everything going good for you at this point in the relationship, my advice to you is take it to the next stage, right? Whether that's getting engaged, married, children, whatever it might be, plan that in the not too distant future. When you communicate this to her, she's going to not keep doing your head in going, what are we? Which direction are we going, right? You don't want to be playing games with women, okay? At the end of the day, you should know what you want, and essentially you should invite the right woman in your life who brings out the best in you so you can enjoy a thriving relationship with her, right? So essentially, don't waste time, okay? Don't waste any time. Don't waste her time. Don't waste your own time by being stagnant at this part of the relationship. Make sure that you take it to the next level, okay? And not only take it to the next level, but also maintain the dynamic within the relationship by looking after yourself, right? By having that purpose, by withholding your frame, by showing up for yourself, by getting yourself right mentally, physically, spiritually as a man. This is key, right? You need to do this, whether you're in a relationship or not. But you need to maintain yourself once the honeymoon period ends, because that's where a lot of guys get complacent, and that's where a lot of women no longer have the genuine desire towards the man. She loses interest. She then breaks up with him. And he goes through a nasty breakup, right? And you're going to have to go through the whole rigmarole again, right? So understand that you're going to have to make the conscious decision, okay? This is a pivotal point in your relationship, and you want to make sure that you at least make that right decision, okay? Make sure that this person is someone that you can spend the next chapter of your life with. So I'm hoping this video has helped you in giving you some guidance, giving you some clarity or more clarity in which direction you want to go, right, at this point in the relationship. Even if you're someone that's single, okay, I want you to really pay close attention to this video, because this will help you, right, when you eventually meet the right woman, because you will go through this as well, right? You'll go through the honeymoon stage of the relationship, or whether you've already been with it, right? You might be able to relate with me, but you will go through this, okay? And you've got to make sure that you make the right decision. So just please pay very close attention to what I went over in this video. And this will help you gauge, right? This will help you make that right decision, because at the end of the day, the wrong woman can destroy your whole entire life. Everything you've worked hard towards, right? All the money that you would have earned, whatever it is, right? You could lose that all just like that by making the wrong decision. It's happened to a lot of men out there. So I've got a very high divorce rate because they haven't made the right decision when it came to inviting the right person into their life, right? So you've got to be very conscious. So please go through those questions that I went through at the start of the video and just pay very close attention. Watch this video again and again, right? Because I'm only spitting gems in this video. I'm only sharing what works after making 15 years of consistent mistakes in relationships, that you don't have to make the same mistakes I did, right? All you need to do is just be conscious, pay attention to what I said, and just take what I'm saying seriously, right? You don't have to, right? But you're gonna run the risk of going through problems later, and you'll be like, damn, I should have listened to him. He told me the right advice, okay? So please pay close attention. This is an important decision. It matters a lot more than you think. And look, I'm gonna end the video here. I gave you as much value as I can in this video, and I will dive more deeper into this, right? Making a whiteboard presentation, because I feel like I can sort of give a lot of value with my words, but also when I show things in a presentation style sort of format, it will also click a lot better. So that's something that I'm going to slowly introduce with my style of videos. But hey, if you resonate with me, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me keep making more valuable content on pain points that I've overcome, problems that I've overcome, things that I've been through before in the past. This is what my channel is all about, helping men become better, helping men not make the same mistakes I did. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. If you like my content, give it a like, it helps the algorithm. And drop down in the comments below. If you're going through this right now, if you're at this pivoting point of the relationship where the honeymoon period's ended and you don't really know which direction to go in, or whether you're just curious about something I've been through or something I've gone over in this video, drop it down below. I'll give you my advice. I'll respond to each and every comment, even if it's not straight away. I always get back to each and every comment. That's positive, by the way. I ignore all the negative comments because I just don't want to give my energy to that. But drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your side of the story. But look, man, I'm going to end the video here. If you need any help with regaining frame in the relationship, maybe you're with a good woman, right? You lost your frame and you want to have that genuine burning desire towards you, right? I can help you get there. I can help you rebuild yourself, rebuild your character, regain your purpose, spark that fire that you might have lost inside of you. I can help you bring that to light. Or whether you're a single man that wants to get in a relationship, but he doesn't want to make the wrong mistakes, right? You want to make sure that you have the right character so you can therefore withhold your frame in a relationship. Right, there's so much that I can help you with. If you need that help, I can literally help you get there. I help my coaching clients with this already. I've helped myself with this, so I can help you get there, give you the right advice, and make sure you don't make the wrong decision when it comes to women. So yeah, click the link down below, book a free call, and I'll see if I can help you or not, right? So look, ending this video here, I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.